don't care. It's 1-0. We're freaking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? Now then, people. Right, let me make sure that is through. Fucking thing. So annoyed. Yeah. Take the piss. Right, okay. Let me just check that this is on. Let's have a look. Test. Testing your speakers on StreamYard. Sounds like we're dancing. Have a great show. Right, we should be good to go now. Let's go again. Are we ready? I don't care. It's 1-0. We're freaking down. 13th in the championship. The takeover happened as I said it would. People will be. Oh, when have we got Leeds? We go again. Now then, people, welcome back to the Just Joe football show. I apologise. Okay, it turns out that I was muted, as you all rightly let me know in the comments. Big up to you all for doing that. Okay, so it's going to be what I had said. I'll repeat. It's a little bit different tonight. Because we were going to do, of course, the scouting report. I've decided to postpone that till tomorrow because I had a bit of a late night, and then I got up late, and then I started work, and by the time I'd started work, there wasn't enough time to do a video. And then, of course, as I started work, Phil here came in and just dropped a bombshell. We have the full Chris Jericho list. You just made the list. Of course, Phil here has put together Leeds United's transfer target. So what I wanted to do is to postpone the scouting report. That'll be with you tomorrow, okay? Around lunchtime-ish before I start work again tomorrow. So, yeah, look out for that. We're still doing it. We will complete it. I really enjoyed it. But we've got to react to Phil Hayes' article and the names that are on this list. Okay, we'll go through them. I seen a wild comment, by Lee Crisp, regular watcher, says the names we've been linked to are laughable. I think you're so far wide of the mark, it's untrue, brother. I don't know why you're saying they're laughable. Tell me why they're laughable. I think they're very decent names for the championship specifically. So yeah, I'm actually quite excited about the list. Okay. So we'll go through it. We'll go through the article, incomings, outgoings, etc. It's going to be a long one because it's a nice big article by Phil here. I'll tell you what we will start with, though, as well. Robin Flaccid's left, okay? Robin Flacid has left, and he's left the building, and he has gone to Eintracht Frankfurt. Totally fine. Okay, totally fine with it. German international out of contract, and a surprising spin to the story is the fact that Leeds United also will receive a loan fee. So not only is he going to have his wages paid for the full year, we're also getting a loan fee. So this contract situation wasn't as bad as we all believed, because we've received a fee. Okay, they didn't have to pay a fee; they wouldn't have. Do you know what I mean? So there's clearly a clause in the contract that says, you know, that they can that they have to pay. They have to pay. Right, okay. Toby Z, big up to you. He says, don't usually comment, but never miss a show, Joe. Get involved, Toby Z. Get involved, brother. It's a great family, as you'll know, man. You watch. Please keep up the hard work. Enjoy your Mackie D's on me. I will do, brother. And thank you so much for your super chat. That means an awful lot, mate. Thank you. And like I say, get involved more in the chat, man. As many as possible. It's a happy place. It's a good place. But let's get straight into the article. Strange that the target's a name. Thought the 49ers preferred to complete the work in silence. So we believed. You know, people were saying, but yeah, it is what it is. One thing I will notice, it was Andrea who mentioned this earlier, and I think this is important to take. All the players that have been linked to Leeds United are UK-based, okay? UK-based. So it actually might not be from the club. Phil here has many, many contacts. Of course he does. He works at The Athletic. People speak. So it could well be that the 49ers haven't give Phil here this information. Someone will have, obviously. But the point, and I think it's a good point, if you notice the list, there is not one player outside of the UK. So that's the point about the 49ers, because you can't tell me we're only looking at UK-based players. You can't tell me Daniel Farke's not going to dip into the Bundesliga, but it is all UK-based, okay? So that still could be true. It may just be that Leeds have inquired, the journalists at The Athletic have found out and then said to Phil, oh, Leeds have inquired about Surridge at Forest. Right, okay, let's do a piece. Do you know what I mean? Let's do a piece together. That's how it works, right? Connections. I assume anyway. I don't actually know. But yeah, Jamie, we won't be, Jamie. You can't tell me that Daniel Farke isn't going and saying, I want such and such from the Bundesliga. Because the mad thing is, we'll talk about this, but he's talked about Rutter. It's clearly Rutter's going nowhere. And he's already told them he's not a number 9. He's an inside forward. He's playing off the wing. That's where all his goals came from. That is where all his goals came from at Hoffenheim. Look at his goal compilations from the right, from the left, cutting inside, bang. That's where he always played. We had joke managers at the football club that couldn't get the best out of him. With Daniel Farke, he's already told them, listen, he's staying put, but this is where he's going to play. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. Hamer, Pirro and Phillips. Yes, please, says Darren Smith. It would be nice, brother. It would be nice. Big sign will be a great sign. Plus his dad is a Leeds fan. Oh, Sam Surridge didn't know that, door. Big up to you and thanks for the information. Is he in the same mould as Bamford? I mean, to be honest, my preferred choice would be Pirro. I can't lie. Okay. But I think he's gonna. There's a lot of competition for Pirro, not least with Leicester, but also in the Premier League. Okay, and I think the same has to be said about Ilias Chair as well. I think Leicester are interested in him according to Locks, but again they'll be interested in the Premier League. Remember, we'll be doing the midfielders scouting report tomorrow. And I know Ilias Chair is in that list as well. So we'll have a chat about him, okay? So let's wait and see. Andrew Oldfield says, it could be hammer time. Can't touch this. Back of the board. I love that. Back of the board, yeah. Is this on The Athletic? Yeah, we'll go through it, bro. I'm going to get The Athletic up for you. We'll go through it, okay? Manning, Hamer and Pirro will be hard to get. Lockie says, yeah, getting them domestic signings quick to start the build, then go to Europe after, I'd imagine. Probably so. Lockie. I hope you're doing well, brother. Yeah, so Robin Cox left the building. Okay, he's exited. He's gone to Frankfurt, Eintracht Frankfurt. And listen, we've got a loan fee. That is that's important. That is important to us, which none of us thought we would. But let's go through the Leeds United article. It's quite long-winded, but we move. Joe, you joining Fred? I'm not. I'm staying on Twitter. I'm staying on Twitter. I've seen a lot of people, but I'm staying where I am. It'll disappear in a week or so. Gary, big up to Gary Paul 26, who has just become a YouTube member. Thank you very much. You too can join Just Joe FC. The link is in the description if you want to join us. It's just a massive help towards the channel and means that one day soon, hopefully, I'll be doing this full time. I was even deliberating after work today. I was thinking I could have done this video during the day. I then could have done the scouting report on the night. I've got a few new shows that I want to kick off next season as well, and I'm just like, ugh. I know, but I can't make that leap yet. I can't make that leap, but soon. Dor says Sammy's a great finisher and different type of player to Bamford. He will suit you and the way Farke plays. Hopefully, bro. We'll see, though. We'll see if he's genuine. I think Pirro's the number one, and if they can't go Pirro, they need to go Surridge. They might get both. I don't know, but we'll see. Hard work is what, Jamie? It's got to be done, innit? Hard work is what? Hard work is what? Right, let's get stuck into the article then. So this was the Athletic. This was the bombshell that was dropped, and there's loads in there. There is loads in there. Leeds transfers need to be done quickly. So who do they sign and sell? Now, if you remember, we touched on it the other day. I think someone put the comments in saying we've got enough time. And I said no. Well, it was clear from Farke's interview. He said it's all about rapid, quick fire questions, you know what I mean? Big up to Toby Z. There we go. Look, he's already getting involved again. Thank you so much, Toby. That means an awful lot, brother. Thanks for becoming a member of Just Joe as well. I will make you two moderators as well while I'm at it. If you remember, we'll get moderation. Just a heads up. Like I say, you can have the moderated removed if you just start like removing people for no reason whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? Don't what's the word I'm looking for? Don't abuse the power. Yeah, don't abuse the power. What's that thing? You were supposed to bring balance to the force. Sorry. There we go. Right, sorry about that, folks. There we go. So, okay, let's Man United fans can be kicked ASAP. No, man, no. I like to have fans of opposing channels in the thing. As long as they don't start saying anything negative and being personal, it's cool. You turned her against me. Tom knows. I love that though. Do you know that's my favorite part of the Star Wars when he switches to Darth, and he does. Do you know what gets me? What gets me the most is when Senator Palpatine proper switches and goes, you know, and what's his fame? Is it what's his name now? Samuel L. And that's how he gets all his minginess, didn't he? Anyway, we move. Someone sent me a funny video actually and said, "This is you." Actually, I'm gonna have to share it with you. Just give us 1 sec, see if I can get it up. Big up to Curtis, by the way. Mace Windu, that's the one. I'm just gonna load it up. Big up to Curtis Steele. He said, "This is you, Joe." Oh, I won't be able to show it. Yeah. Let me. No, because it's a YouTube. It's a YouTube. It's someone else's content. I don't think it'll. I'll see if I can play it from my phone. 1 second. It made me laugh. Anyway, here, look. I'll get it from here. It'll be easier. That's what he said to me anyway. Big up Curtis anyway. Right, okay. So let us get to the story. We did go on a bit of a mad one there. Right, okay. So Leeds transfers need to be done quickly. So who do they sign and who do they sell? A lot of this obviously is just about the current situation that we find ourselves in. So we'll just quickly read that. We know that within a few hours, a few people have been relieved of the duties. I told you yesterday. I know someone messaged me that quite a few had exited and then received some more info that Daniel Farke was quite pivotal in some of the decisions that were made in terms of moving players on. And we know from the interview, not players, sorry, staff, we know from the interview it was all about unity and making sure everyone was on side. So we've seen the back of a few people, like I said, though, Farke was not joking when he said rapid decisions were on the way. Within a few hours, the club's goalkeeping coach, Abad, had been told that he was surplus to requirements. I was led to believe that Marcus Abad was told that his position wasn't under jeopardy and believed that he would be staying at the football club. And Daniel Farke came through the door and just fucked shit up and said, nah, gone. So yeah, listen, he wants his own people, he wants unity, he wants everyone going in the right direction. Hopefully we'll see more of it, Kev C. That would be music to my ears, but we will have to wait and see. Okay, so that's just about him. And then right, okay, so this is where we get to the juicy bit. So a number of outgoings from Ellen Road this season. A long way down the line, Leeds are ready to release midfielder Brendan Aronson on loan to Union Berlin next week. So that'll be signed, sealed, delivered. You'd imagine with Brendan as well, much like Robin Cox, we'll get a loan fee with that as well. So I think we're, I think that's another positive. Centre back Diego Llorente, as we already know, has gone back to Roma. I think if he plays 50% of the games, we get to make him he gets to be permanent. But this are the facts. Roma, Italian clubs, Mourinho, they'll just make sure he plays 49% of the games. It is what it is. Then we've got Robin Koch was completing the formalities of a loan move. Well, we know that's now permanent, don't we? And other exits are likely too. Real Betis intend to sign Mark Rocker. I believe he's taking a pay cut with that. And Roma want Rasmus Christensen, although Christensen's initially indicated he was happy to stay at Ellen Road despite despite relegation from the Premier League. At this stage, Roma's interest in him is not as far down the line as their approach for Llorente. The latter's departure was due to be confirmed this week, and he has not been involved in the pre-season programme. Leeds begin with physical testing on Monday, which we know about. Rasmus, I don't know what's going on with Rasmus. I hope he doesn't stay, to be honest. I don't really rate him. We only need 2 right-backs, and I think we've got 2 great right-backs for this level in Cody Dara and Luke Ayling. I do believe. Big up to Nathan as well, who's just become a member of JUSTJOE FC. Big up to you, brother. That means a lot. Thank you very much. Let's jump back to the article. So, elsewhere in the camp, the future of specific individuals is less certain. Leeds are trying to keep hold of USA men's national team captain Tyler Adams, but he, as we know, is recovering from a hamstring injury. The thing is with Tyler Adams, and I heard Martin from All Stats, aren't we, who previously was on All Leeds TV, big up to them. I heard him say, like, Leeds United want to keep him around and build a team around him and like make who builds a team around a number 6 kind of vibe. And I have to agree with him. Like, do you build a team around Tyler Adams? Do you? I'm not too sure you do. Do you know what I mean? You build the team around you know, your young up-and-coming stalwarts, not a number 6. Do you know what I mean? Who's just like destroying. I don't know how you build a team around him, personally. Yeah, so maybe that was the 49ers' initial thought process, but I know for sure that Daniel Farke's not looking at Adams and going, yeah, we'll build a team around you. Doesn't work like that, does it? So listen, I love Tyler. He's the best signing that we made. He's just a nice bloke. I would love to meet him. I'd love to have a pint with him. I'd love to shake his hand, all that jazz. He's one of them nice guys. But I do think, technically, he's not great. He's not great. And there are other players out there that can do a similar job to him in the Championship. So, yeah, listen, of course I'd like him to leave. Of course I'd like him to stay. Of course I'd like him to stay. But if he leaves, I'm okay with it just because of the money you get. Yeah. That's my opinion. Jack Harrison, another one who Leeds want to stay. Yeah, you do keep him. Yeah, Nathan, I'll sort that out, mate. Jack Harrison, another Leeds fan who wants to stay, is drawing interest from Everton and has been monitored in the past by Newcastle and Tottenham. Just on Jack Harrison, I seen someone say that apparently he's refused to train. Listen, I don't want to say them things because I feel like it's so much against what I know of Jack Harrison. I don't think he's about that life, and hopefully it is just injury. But again, that I just seen it. I'm not saying it's credible. But yeah, Jack Harrison attracted interest, and I don't see Jack Harrison staying. I've said it before, like Daniel Farke said about this window and it going right up until up to the final day. Yeah, that someone will take a chance. You know, Everton, Newcastle, Spurs, whoever. They might look at it and say, right, okay, we didn't get this target, we didn't get that target. Let's just move on Jack Harrison. We can get him for 15, 16, 17, 18 million. Let's make a move. Leeds United, you know what I mean? So I just don't see. I just we'll leave it there. So they've also said that they would be happy to retain Rodrigo for the last year of his contract, but are realistic about the fact that at 32 he might be inclined to take a good offer from elsewhere. I don't blame him, and to be honest, it's all good and well saying, "Oh yeah, we'd like to keep him," but he's on 100 grand a week. The club will want to move him on. I don't care what they say. Maybe it sounds good, but why keep Rodrigo 30? Listen, he'd kill it in the Championship and that. I get it, but 100 grand a week, that money. I mean, if they do and are serious, it shows how much money they've got that they can afford to keep someone on 100 grand a week during the Championship. Yeah. No worries. That's totally fine. That's it. Yeah, no, you can't. You just on the moderators thing, you can't do that, bro. You literally can stop chats. That's all, mucker north. No worries, bro. Thanks for looking out, though, bro. Right, okay. Let's go back to the article. They are hopeful Willie Gnonto will stick around. I'd like Willie Gnonto to stay. I think he has an amazing season in the Championship. If I'm honest, I'm not too fussed on Somerville, if I'm being totally honest now. Things I've been hearing, I think he's a bit of a shit, but we'll see. Gary Paul, do you think we can buy yet, or we will have to wait for the takeover? We will have to wait for the takeover for sure. Owen says, Joe, does Cody stay? I hope. I do. I'm actually quite hopeful that he will, mate, the fact that he's been involved in pre-season. Because, again, is it ITK? I don't know. Joel Robles, Forshaw, and we'll talk on this in a sec. Like Forshaw has already agreed a deal in principle, right? I've been told, okay? But has stayed away from training, not because they're being shits or anything, but because nothing's changed hands yet. So they're receiving information from their agents to say, you don't go in. You know what I mean? Wait until everything's signed, sealed, delivered, because it also works as a bargaining tool. You know, can you imagine, right? It's like, it's showing them that no clubs are coming in for me. Do you see what I'm saying? I have it on very good authority that Adam Forshaw has agreed to stay at the football club, right? And that's a smart move. People will disagree, okay? But that's a smart move. And if you it's cutthroat business, isn't it? Like if they come in at first day of pre-season, they've not even signed the new deals yet. Like the club have got them over a barrel, in my opinion. Do you see what I'm saying? It's like, we know you ain't got no clubs, man. You get this. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if they're staying away, well, we're not gonna come until you know that contract's there for us. What if they got injured, for example? So I don't even think it's them staying away as in being disrespectful towards the club, because you know people chat like that, but they're just being smart with their stuff. So I believe he's already, as I say, in principle, you know, to stay at the football club. Demar Facey says, for sure, good night. Well, listen, mate, this isn't Football Manager. This isn't a thing. You have to be realistic. If you don't see what good Adam Forshaw can bring a squad over the course of a 46-game championship season, then I question it. So yeah, if you want to go to sleep, then go to sleep, Brooks. I think you might need it, if I'm being totally honest, because I don't understand. I hate this clamour to just sell everybody. You can't do it. You have a footballer there who is very, very experienced. Okay, probably will go into coaching himself. Has been at Leeds United for a good few years now. Will be on pennies compared to what some of the players are, right? And you seen towards the back end of last season who was the best midfielder. Admittedly, it wasn't in a good crop, but at the end of the day, Weston McKennie is on his way to Dortmund. Yeah, Mark Roca is on his way to Real Betis in La Liga. And who was the best standout player? Adam Forshaw. He's the best player in that midfield. He'll be on pittance compared to the rest. He's already one of the lowest earners due to his injury record. He won't be getting an increase. He'll be getting a decrease. He'll be getting one more year. It is a smart move. If you can't see the football sense behind that and you just want to go, sell Erling, sell them all, like, then I'm sorry. I don't know. I don't know what we're doing here, okay? Yes, of course. I'm not saying on the opening day, yeah, on the opening day, you start him. No, you don't do that. You don't do that. Mate, please don't come with that narrative. That is top six narrative. That is brutal. That is brutal coming with that. We don't have a... Why? Because you don't want... Oh, my God. Right? So we don't have a winning mentality, yeah, because you keep Forshaw around the place. Okay, bro. Okay. Mental. Is what it is. But we move. It's just frustrating because I think sometimes you don't see... you're not objective. You just go, nah, you've got to sell him and sign someone brand new. Do you know what I mean? Like, sign everybody, forget it. Just sell everybody. Doesn't work like that, honestly. The guy's already on next to nothing. You keep him around the place. He'll also be on next to nothing. And he might play a part in some of the games. Do you see what I'm saying? Anyway, let's move and breathe. Okay. Yes, man. This Dave, I feel like I need to protect them, brother. I feel like I need to protect them. Yeah, Vic, make it make sense, bro. No winning mentality around here, Vic. You're a loser. You're a loser, bro. Yeah, I know it's your opinion. And opinions are like arseholes. Everyone's got one. Some are dirtier than other. But to say it is a losing mentality to keep Forshaw around the place, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. Would you prefer us to go out and buy a fifth choice midfielder, brand new, and waste more money? And then you'd say to the club, oh, do you see what I'm saying? It's not as easy as that, is it? It's just not as easy as that. But people cannot see that for what it is. It's just not as easy as that. You keep Forshaw. He's had 2 promotions under his locker, both with Middlesbrough and Leeds. Yeah? he also will sit on the bench. Yeah. But you want to sell him and let him go for nothing, by the way. So, you know, let him go to then replace him with someone that you'll have to pay a transfer fee for, that won't have the experience that he has, that won't have the knowledge and experience of being at this football club, about what it means to get promoted and what it means to be a Leeds United player. You want to replace that with someone just on a whim. Doesn't work like that. No, it doesn't work like that. Right, okay. So we'll go back to the article. So it says the state of very movable feast leaves question marks about what the club actually need to secure in the transfer market. But the number of positions have been marked out as priorities. Leeds anticipate Liam Meslier moving on before the end of the window, irrespective of the fact no bids have been tabled for him yet. They have actively looking at replacements. Someone will come a knocking. Yeah, someone will come a knocking for Liam Meslier. I believe that he and his agent probably thought they were going to get more offers than they have. I did as a fan. We know that top scouts across Europe were interested in Meslier. The mad thing is with Meslier, he did that interview saying, yeah, Chelsea interests me, but I'm not going to be the number 2. Again, that's probably warded off potential suitors. Because guess what, Meslier? You ain't number 1 material for a top 6 side. I'm sorry. Okay. Some people might not like to hear this, but I'm not too fussed on Meslier anymore in terms of the man. Okay, I used to love him. Yeah, I used to love him. This might be mad saying this, but I think go to Man United as their number 2. I don't care too much for him. I've lost all love for any of this group of players, to be honest, except some of the old guard, for me personally, because of what they did under Bielsa. The rest of them, I'm not asked about anymore. It is the old guard. It is your Forshaws. It is your Aylins that I'm still backing. But Man United are going to go out and get an Arna. The next goalkeeper underneath, that's Tom Heaton. No, you're not, bro. You're not. Trust, you're not. I reacted. You are not being that. I welcome stuff like that. I just get passionate and then give you my reaction to what you said. You weren't being one of them. Not at all. Don't ever say that, brother. And you don't need to apologize. It's a fan forum, right? Yeah, so Man United are going to get an Arna in. They're not going to give De Gea a new deal. Their next backup's Tom Heaton. But he probably thinks he should be number 1. But just go there. Go there. Do you know what I mean? They'll probably take him as a number 2. That's what I'm saying. And it's mad that I've said that. But I'm not too fussed on the men anymore, apart from a few. Do you know what I mean? Because of last season. Yeah. So yeah. He could genuinely got Man United as their number 2 and it wouldn't even bother me. Do you know what I mean? Whereas if you'd have thought about him going as their number 1 when we were doing well, it'd be like, no, please don't go there. Do you know what I mean? But I'm just literally not asked anymore. What's he say? That's a bit harsh, Joe, about Meslier. Look at De Gea when he played terrible. What do you mean? I still think he's a great goalkeeper, by the way. I still think he's a great goalkeeper and will go on to great things. I'm on about the man. I'm not too fussed anymore. I'm not too fussed on him. Like, I don't care enough to say, oh, please don't go to that football club, is what I meant. Not about his abilities, bro. I didn't speak on his abilities. Okay, so let's go back to here. Newcastle's Carl Darlow, player with substantial championship experiences on the list of viable options. We spoke about him yesterday on the scouting report in terms of what Daniel Farke will want from a goalkeeper. Carl Darlow fits the bill. We spoke about it yesterday on the scouting report. Makes perfect sense to bring in Carl Darlow. He's available for about 5 million. You've just got to sell him the dream. You've got to sell him the dream. You come in, yeah. Right, Lee. I want to chat to you, Lee, because you put in your comment. And I started it because you said the names we've been linked with are laughable. What I want you to do is give me a different option to Darlow that you would go for. because I feel, Lee, we need to temper expectations of where we are. Yeah, I feel that we need to realise we're not a Premier League club. What keeper are you wanting to go get? Please don't say Sam Johnston. Be realistic. Sam Johnston's just got an England call-up and he's staying at Palace because Roy Hodgson's... Come on, be realistic. Give me a name, okay? You said he's Class C, okay? Now, they may be better names. Like Jamie Dixon just said, Joe, the better name. Get it. But he's not Class C for where we are. Do you see what I'm saying? I do not understand how that could be Class C. Do you know what I mean? Who do you want to go get? If he's Class C, like what are we getting? What are we getting? Courtois? Like John says, are we going for Courtois? What are we doing? Do you know what I mean? So Newcastle's Carl Darlow seems to be the pick, okay? They also looked at Manchester City youngster James Trafford, who's smashing it for the under-21s. I was actually listening. Okay. Brave, Joe, brave. Okay. I mean, I just don't know what we're doing anymore. I don't know what we're doing. You know, 56 goals conceded last season. 56 goals conceded in a team, Southampton, that finished bottom of the Premier League. And you want to go there because he's Class A and Carl Darlow's Class C. I just don't know. I don't know. Yeah, we move. 56 goals conceded and finished bottom of the Premier League. Gavin Bazunu, there you go. But this is what I'm saying. So all joking aside, right? We've gone. This is why I wanted to, because you say Carl Darlow's Class C, who's played in a Newcastle team in the Premier League, who's won the championship with Newcastle, has a winner's medal. Yeah, won it. Like, why are we doing that? Like, why are we saying he's Class C and then saying that Gavin Bazunu, yeah, is Class A? It's insanity. And also, someone else has just made a great point. Why would Southampton sell to their promotion rival? So, is what it is. Listen, we've got over 800 people in the chat, which is amazing for this time of night. Nearly 900. If you haven't already, smash a like on the video. We're only just getting started as well because we've got loads to chat about. So, it's going to be a good one. And don't forget that the scouting report will be back tomorrow lunchtime, okay? Yeah, man. I just think it's funny that the option... Gavin Bazunu, man. I thought it was like going to come with, like, you know, some real meat on the bones, but nah, Gavin Bazunu. Yeah, okay. Let's go back. So, James Trafford, but unfortunately, Burnley are going to sign him. Now, we were talking on James Trafford before we were rudely interrupted by Gavin Bazunu. I was listening to a podcast and they were talking about him like, oh my God, this keeper, his confidence, he's going right to the top, he's going to play Champions League, etc. Found out he'd been on loan Bolton. I was like, right, okay, yeah, move over Darlow. I was all for Darlow. I was like, right, okay, I'm gonna push that Trafford stuff now. You know, I'm gonna really look into it. And then when I got home from a dog walk after listening to the press conference, boom, it came in 19 million to Burnley. 19 million to Burnley, so that one's off the table. I think Trafford as well. He's gonna get he's gonna have like a City buyout clause thing, you know, like I forgot what it is, but yeah. first refusal, I don't know, buyback clause, whatever it is. It says, so Burnley are going to sign him 90 million. I think Preston's Freddie Woodman and Norwich's Angus Gunn, are keepers they have tracked in the past, okay? I don't know if that's under the previous regime. We know that we have tracked Angus Gunn for quite a few years. It's been a name that's been mentioned. I know that Andrea brought up Freddie Woodman from Preston as well, so one to keep an eye on. But I think we can all agree at this time the club's number one choice seems to be Caldalo. It says, though Joe Robles was invited back for pre-season after his short-term contract expired last week, he's yet to return and he's still deciding whether to seek a deal as a free agent elsewhere. And that, again, we were speaking about. I don't know about his situation, but I believe Adam Forshaw has all but signed on the dotted line. He's just waiting for the ratification of the EFL so they can do that. Do you know what I mean? He's in a similar situation, having reached the end of his contract at Ellen Road. Leeds declined to take up a pre-agreed option to extend his stay further 12 months, but have put forward a new proposal on different terms, which takes into account the injury problems the 31-year-old has dealt with. So, as I said, I believe... Oh, I've just skipped the article. I believe that... that's all done. It's just a case of waiting for the EFL to go through. We'll see, though. Like Robles, they also offered Forshaw the chance to begin pre-season with them. As yet, Forshaw has not said yes to those terms and he's absent from the club, though United hopefully will accept and be involved in the 23-24 campaign. And as I told you, the person told me this information, said that it's all good. Straight from the horse's mouth, that was as well, near enough. So don't worry about this. You know you are my guy anyway. Yeah, so let me just check. Yeah, because he told me about Farke as well. Just one moment. Yeah, Adam expect to sign a new deal. He did not go for testing. All should come to head in the coming days. A lot is happening, but for the moment, hands are tied until the paperwork is completed. Yeah. Right. Okay. So, there we go. I'm just having a look at some of the comments. Yeah. So Joseph keep mentioning Pierluigi Gallini, who is at Spurs, I believe. So there we go. So crack you up. Good. I'm good. I'm glad. Right. Okay. So let's continue with the article. This way we move into midfield. Okay. Leeds are light in the centre of midfield. McKennie, he's going to Dortmund. I still can't believe it. Rocker's going to Spain, and Adams, we don't have a clue about, right? So this is for me where we need the most work. Midfield. We need another striker, that goes without saying. We need a left back, we need a goalkeeper, and these are the positions that the club are looking at, specifically in England anyway, that we know about. But midfield, for me, is where we need most of our work. Okay? Now, and again, that's why you don't just release Forshaw, because it's a position where we don't have any bloody heads. We don't have any bodies in there. Do you know what I mean? We don't have warm bodies even, as Angus would say. We literally don't have anyone in there when you consider that McKennie, Rocker, and Adams might not be here. You've then got Gray and JB. They can't be, like, as much as I want them, they're very young, right? So we need to supplement that with an Adam Forshaw, and then you've got other names that have been mentioned as well. So Darko, JB, and Archie Gray, hopefully to be pushed. They came back early for training. Obviously, they want to impress the new man, but he says the new coach will want nous in that part of the team that drove his 4-2-3-1 at Norwich City. Leeds have an interesting Coventry City's Gustavo Hamer. We'll chat about him. We just touched on him previously. No, we didn't. That was Ryan Manning. Sorry. We will touch on him. You'll be excited to see what his stats are looking like, believe me. And Hannoa Misango, the 21-year-old who is out of contract at Bristol City. Misango would command a compensation fee due to his wage. So you can get these guys, for very, very little. But let me just share with you Gus Hamer. We will be touching on Gus Hamer tomorrow. We'll be touching on Gus Hamer tomorrow on our midfielders chat. But if you remember these graphics that we looked at yesterday, it was so funny. You'll have seen on Twitter, Locks came for me earlier on talking about you know, that Harry Winks is better than Gus Hamer and all this sort of stuff. And I was like, mate, what are you on? But anyway, just look at this, right? This is Gus Hamer's numbers in the championship last season. If you have a look at where he compares across the similar leagues to him in the last year, he is right up there, okay, in terms of the amount of shots, the amount of goals, assists. I think if we actually look at his numbers for last season, you can see here he's had time in the Eredivisie as well. But if you look at his goals and assists from last season, he had 20 goal involvements last season, 11 assists and 9 goals, which is impressive, right? So yeah, D, I'm not too sure how much it would cost, bro. We'll have a look at his we'll have a look at Transfermarkt, but if you just look at how impressive that is, just on the eye, like it's mad. It's mad. Andrew, if your screen's blurry, mate, it's you, not me, I think. Yeah, it's you, bro. Everyone else has said it's fine. All I can see is it's Gio, your screen is blurry. I think you need to wipe it a bit. So there we go. Yeah, so that's his numbers there, Gus Hamer. Only 12 months left on a contract as well as Gustavo Hamer. We can check all that information, but if you just look at this, it's all that green looks expensive, says D. Talk to me, man. Talk to me. It looks nice, right? Locks will be lurking. He will be lurking, and he got caught lacking because he said, oh, Leicester, well, better deals. You're talking about this Gus Hamer. I actually checked and thought he was a young up-and-coming start, but no, he wasn't. He's only so many months lower. And Winks is way better than him. And I went, oh, you've been doing your research, have you? No, you haven't. No, you haven't. I could have sworn I had something then. Just one moment. I think I had a knock it down. Oh, no. Right, okay, yeah. So Gus Hamer, he's your man. Let's have a look then. I'm just going to check on Transfermarkt. I mean, he would be the most exciting one for me. Okay, he would be the most exciting one for me as an option for us to bring in. Right, okay. Let me just have a look. So according to Transfermarkt, he's valued at around about 8 million. Just have a look at his contract situation as well. I do just want to check that. Now let me go to the Championship, go to Club, and go to Coventry City. Just one moment. I'll share this with you so you can see, folks. Gustavo, where is he? Where is he? There he is. Look, go Dutch there, and it's been confirmed. Look, it's got the nice green tick from Copology. He's literally on $6.5 grand a week, $6.5 grand a week, and has 2 years left on his deal. So there you go. He's got 2 years, so June 2024. Mate, you can offer him 20 grand, can't you? You can offer him 20 grand a month and have that done with. Do you know what I mean? So it'd be interesting to see what we can get for him. 8 million, 20 grand a week. He's your man, isn't he? He's your man, basically. So hopefully we can get in there. Yeah, exactly, bro. You know, if we have a big transfer kitty like what's been reported, then I see no problem in signing him and Masango and someone else. Blow the bloody doors off. Michael Caine settings. You know what I mean? Michael Caine settings. So yeah. I think Gus Hamer, as I say, would be a great signing for Leeds United and would tick all the boxes for what we need. Another name mentioned, of course. I am just going to copy this because my spelling is absolutely atrocious. We'll have a look at his stats. I've not actually checked his yet, according to FBref, because I only checked Hamer earlier just to rub Lox's nose in it a little bit, but yeah. Right, okay, let's just have a look at your man Hanoa. Misango, French, currently at Bristol City. Of course, it'll be a different type of midfielder. No one's been as impressive as Gus Hamer in that division. For sure, it goes without saying. He's been the real standout. But he's got some good numbers here, looking in terms of his progressive carries. We don't really have ball carriers, do we? Right, Leeds United do not have ball carriers. If you look at, apart from Aronson, and he's no longer here, we do not have ball carriers, right? And even still, the thing is with Brendan Aronson, he could carry the ball, but then he'd just fall over and look for a foul. It's so frustrating. So frustrating. I don't think I've got as angry about an individual in terms of what they're doing for quite some time, because the talent's there, you know. But yeah, he just fell over. So we don't really have any decent ball carriers. So, you know, Lockie's just said as well, will be perfect. Good passer, good ball carrier, great engine and class at tackling. Perfect for a Farke midfield. Played in a poor French side last season on loan. There you go then. I wonder why Bristol... So he went on loan from Bristol City then? Like, okay. I wonder, do you reckon they're looking to sell, or what was the deal there? It wasn't adapting to the championship. I'm not too sure, but yeah, we'll just put his stats back up on screen there. But yeah, you can see here, look at, you know, the take-ons and the ball carries, the progressive carries show, you know, that it'd be great for us in that respect, you know what I mean? So, because we don't have them. We genuinely don't have any decent ball carriers at the football club, but a lot of that was due to the style of play we were playing as well. So yeah, let me just have a look on Transfermarkt what he's looking like. So currently valued at 5 million. I think he's free though, right? Like the article says. If we just have a look here, it says Han Noah Misango, the 21-year-old who is out of contract, he would command a compensation fee just to his age. You can't tell me that you can't bring him in. You can't bring him in. Lockie's just said they're very odd. Think it was falling out. 99 championship appearances at 21. Decent return. We still need a new Pablo in midfield. Yeah. Give anything for a Pablo. Let's just have a look then at his time at Bristol City. There, look, you can see. Actually played a hell of a lot of games back in, what year was that then? 1920. Was at Monaco, obviously transferred over to Bristol City, and then has spent time in Auxerre. In Ligue 1 though, and played 14 times in Ligue 1. It's a farmers league. It's not a great league. The standard's not great, I can't lie. But I think the fact that he's played over there and played 14 times, yes, it's a poor side, as Lockie told us. I think it's a poor league, personally. But he's played at that level. So could definitely come in and do a job at Leeds. And if he's available, you know, for next to nothing, basically, because, well, nothing apart from the compensation fee, you've got to bring him in. I don't know if it'll show his finances on Bristol City or it'll show it on. It'd probably show it over in France. Just one second. Let me see if I can find it on there. But again, this could be. Where did he play? Auxerre. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Is he there? No, he's not there. That's a shame. No worries. No worries. We move. We moved, don't we? Yeah. So, both would be fine. Both would be fine, right? Both would be fine. I think, obviously, I think they'd look to bring them both in. This isn't just one or either. We need. You know, we want more bodies in, don't we? Then it touches on the left back. Defensively, Leeds require a left back, having decided to listen to inquiries for Firpo. Now, this is what I'm talking to you about, like Fabrizio Romano and his little situation he had with Rads and all. They were drumming up interest for Firpo. This was before Rads had agreed a sale. Do you remember the tweet from Fabrizio Romano that said loads of clubs were interested in him? It basically said that. I'm gonna have to find it now, and I'll just give me one sec. Sorry, I'm having to type it. Do that search thing, but I'm getting it spelled wrong. Romano. and then you put that, and you put Farke. Right, watch this. Right, this was on the 7th of June. Right, this was on the 7th of June. And it said, understand Junior Firpo will leave Leeds this summer as several European clubs are already keen on signing him. The plan is to try a new experience after relegation. Not one bid. Not one bid. And it says several European clubs. And this is what I'm saying about Radrazani and that. Radrazani was still at the club at that time. He was wanting that money in. He was one about making that quick buck, trust. So yeah, Firpo's still here. Firpo's still here. Yeah, we'll wait and see if he stays here. I don't think he will. I think Leeds United will take a cut price deal towards the back end of the window potentially. Look, we spoke about Ryan Manning yesterday. Unbelievable, unbelievable. Best left back in the league. Yeah, he's on a free transfer. I think Leeds United have got to make that happen. Free transfer. They are also pondering bidding for Burnley's Charlie Taylor, the defender who came through academy at Ellen Road. Yeah. Oh, he's here, folks. Look. I ain't got a clue. You just missed the Gus Hamer stuff, mate. Just you miss Gus Hamer, mate. That player, average player. Yeah, Charlie Taylor. I'd be all over it. I can't lie to you. I was the same as my man Connor last year. I'd have signed him. I still think we should have signed him. It'd have been an improvement on Junior Firpo, you know. What I would say over, yeah, I want Ryan Manning over Taylor for sure. We do need two though. But yeah, I'd want Ryan Manning, but Ryan Manning might have suitors elsewhere, but we'll wait and see. But just on Charlie Taylor, I don't think it was all Charlie. I think Gary Monk was up to a bit of a madness at that time as well, and other people. So yeah, we'll see in it. But Charlie Taylor, we're taking a heartbeat. I think if we look at Charlie Taylor, I think he did really, really well at Burnley. But then they brought in the young lad from Chelsea, didn't they? Matteson? Was it Matteson or was he a right back? I'm trying to remember now. Let me just look at his stats for the last year. I mean, he is getting on as well, 29-year-old. You forget, I still think he's that young lad. Do you know what I mean? Let's have a look. Oh, no, so he played 33 times. Played 33 times last... played 33 times last season in the Championship. Played before that, you know, 5 times in the... Matteson was a right back. There you go then. So there's Charlie Taylor again. Played in a very good Championship side. That's his stats there. You know, so a number of assists. Obviously, Burnley side as well did well. Not quite up there with Ryan Manning. And I think the most impressive thing about Ryan Manning is he played in a side that finished mid-table. You know, Burnley walked the league. Burnley dicked it. Do you know what I mean? It was over before it even begun. But Ryan Manning, who has to be the #1 choice for me, is available on a free. He's out of contract. And also, he got that sort of numbers in a team that finished mid-table, you know? So, yeah. There we go. Dale says finish 10th. Let's not be pedantic. It was 10th. It's mid-table, innit, bro? Come on now. So there you go. That will be Charlie Taylor. I'd take Charlie Taylor back if Ryan Manning wasn't a viable option or for whatever reason he went elsewhere. Yeah, he went elsewhere. I'd be fine with it. Okay, so let's move. Then there is talk about Ryan. I don't know where Ryan came from. They're also keen on Nat Phillips. We know about Nat Phillips. He's wanted by Feyenoord though as well. I think that could be maybe agent stuff, trying to drum it up, trying to get him over the line potentially. It's a significant investment. He is 26. A lot of people will say, oh, well, he hadn't had games at 26. Why? Well, Liverpool were keeping him around the place because they had issues at the back and they weren't willing to spend as much money as they have done this summer because it went to shit. And it's because they kept players around the place that probably were never good enough to play for Liverpool. Do you see what I'm saying? And they've had to say, do you know what? Yeah, we've held on to it too long. We need to, you know, and Nat Phillips, for example, was used a lot during that season when I remember, when was it when like Villa beat him like 7-2 or something, the COVID season, right? He was used a lot, but like I say, he was never going to be there. Even like Joe Gomez needs to part ways with Liverpool. You know, they're just not quite at that level. And it's clear Nat Phillips isn't, but he's got promotion on his record from Germany, a promotion on his record from Bournemouth. Leeds United could bring him in. I do think 10's pricey, but let's see what we can work with. But I don't think it's a bad signing at all. And it does say here, look, Farke took an interest in Phillips during the German spell at Norwich. Obviously, he'll probably known him as well from him getting promoted in Germany as well. So there you go. Dale Howard makes good point. He says Joe Cal Bartley was saying before he came to Leeds, hardly ever played. Jamie says Joe, he's decent, but we need a centre back with pace, and that's one we'll have to watch out. I don't think he'll be the only one. And as we know, Jamie, and as I said to you before in this article, as excited I am by it, and I am, you know, I don't think it's not exciting. People will look at it and say, oh, but Leicester have signed 2 players that are like rubbish Premier League, so therefore they look at no. You look at the business and the names that are linked there. It is smart, it is well thought out, and it's deals that will improve this side throughout, okay, for the level that we're at, yeah? So we move. I think when people look at Harry Winks or say Conor Cody is decent, it's just really a lack of knowledge of the division, of what's going on. They're just like, oh yeah, man, they're ex-Prem, they're amazing. Let's be real here. Conor Cody can only play in a 3. Conor Cody, like Roy Keane would say, what does he do? Tell jokes, you know, do card tricks. Apparently he's mint around the place, but you know, the archetypal centre back for a Dicey side, you would believe, was bombed out. Bombed out of Wolves because Bruno Lage wanted to go to a back 2 and said, yeah, nah, you're not for me, mate. Sold him. And listen, the less said about Winks. Should be Sleeps. I don't know. Brutal. But like I say, for what Leeds United need, we need a left back. We don't have one, do we? We don't have one. So you need one. You either go get Ryan Manning, who's the best left back in the league, or you get a player that's just won promotion from it, has been at the club since he was a boy, has experience in the Premier League as well. You know, by Charlie Taylor. Gus Hamer, well, probably one of standout midfielders in the league last season. We mentioned the young kid from Bristol City as well. He, again, looked like he would be a top signing, great ball carrier, which, again, is what Leeds United need. We're addressing things that we need. So we move. Okay, so, yeah, Nat Phillips. My only reservations with Nat Phillips, if I'm being totally honest, is it's ahead of Creswell. He's going to play ahead of Creswell. Creswell's done okay out in the 21s. In Europe, and they might be about to make history. I hope they do. The future's bright for England. That's the truth of it. But I think if Nat Phillips come in, what does that mean for Ryan Creswell? Charlie Creswell. What am I on about? Why? Oh, I'm tired, you can tell. Ryan Creswell. Charlie Creswell. What does that mean for him? Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. But yeah, someone's just mentioned Cody Drama there. Yeah. Can you imagine Cody Drama one side, Ryan Manning the other? It'd be sweet as a nut, sweet like Tropicana, wouldn't it? Right, let's go back to the article then. Up front, Leeds are one of several clubs on the trail of Swansea's Joel Pirro, someone they targeted at the very end of last summer's transfer window. And again, we went for Rutter. I'm not going to smash Rutter here, but was the wrong signing at the wrong time. And Joel Pirro is in the last 12 months of his deal. The thing is with Pirro as well, folks, is that, you know, there's a host of clubs interested in Joel Pirro, so it's going to be hard to get that one over the line, I think, especially when you consider he's in the last year of his deal. Leeds United have held an interest for a while, though, so we'll have to wait and see. I'm not getting too giddy on the Joel Pirro stuff. Okay, and the reason I'm not getting giddy on the Joel Pirro stuff is because I think he's going to have too many suitors. Locke says, here you go, bro. This should be enough to pay for that bum hammer. No, actually, it won't pay for the bum hammer. That means you now owe me 40 £40 and a penny. Do you remember that bet I had, everyone? That £50 bet. So it'll be £45 and a penny you owe me, bro. So no, not for Hamer. Just know that you still owe me £45 and a penny for that bet when he ran absolutely smoked Wales at the World Cup. But thank you. Thank you, Lux. Thank you for the super chat, brother. I love you. And I'm excited to get you on a show, me and you, and having a chat and just... So I'll just put you in a spliff, as I do every day. I'm joking, I'm joking. Good night, mate, good night. Send love to Lux, he's a good lad. He'll be doing a lot on Leicester Fan TV this year. Always Tommy G. So, back to the article then. So, again, Joe Pirot, oh, here's another one who watches regularly. Leicester fan, big up to you, Georgie. You're a good man. Georgie, 1 for LCFC. £2 super chat. Thank you very much, brother. Yeah, so... Joe Pirot, he'd be the #1 spot, but we don't know, do we? We don't know. Now, Nottingham Forest Sam Surridge is an alternative target. Leeds have no plans to lose record signing Gio Rota. Let's just bring it back to that. Sorry, yeah. So yeah, Sam Surridge has been mentioned. Okay. Again, there'll be a lot of us that'll just write this off. I don't know enough of him. I can't lie. Okay, I don't know enough of him. Just looking at his profile, I go in my head, is it Bamford light? Is it similar to Bamford? But we were told earlier on by Dor that that's not the case. So I'll have to do a little bit more research on Surridge. He never really got... I don't think he got much of a chance, did he? If you remember, in the Premier League last season, they brought Awoni and Chris Wood, and you can see why. I remember him coming off the bench a few times. I can't lie, I do remember him coming off the bench a few times. He actually played 20 times last season, but only made 1 start. As I said, I watched quite a lot of Forest and in the Premier League anyway, and yeah, I remember him coming off the bench quite late on in games, as I say, and you can see from the graphic here that his time in the Premier League, 20 matches played, but only 1 start, and that's what 3.69 is. Okay, so 323 minutes. So only like 3 games worth of 90 minutes, if you like, almost 4. Only 1 goal as well. In the Championship, though, 8 goal involvements, 1 before that, 3 before. Yeah, he's not for me. He's not for me. Just looking at the numbers, it's not for me. We've got one of them. I'm sorry. Like, he may be technical. I can't say that. When like I say, he only came on in little fits and starts. But the numbers are not great, and we've got one of them for me. Do you know what I mean? And I agree, Jamie. I do agree with you here. But that's the thing, innit? Do you remember I've said to you before, and I used to bang this drum of like, it's so hard to score goals. You know, everyone used to say, we want 20, 30 goals, and we'd have it actually look at the numbers and see like players that Shea Adams and Morphy actually didn't do that bad, right? But we have one of these for me in Patrick Bamford. Do you know what I mean? I don't see the point. But yeah, it is what it is. Yeah, I can't say enough though. I feel like I need to check myself because someone might be watching it and be like, Joe, you chatting shit, and that could be true as well. But yeah, Sam Surridge, one goal in the Premier League, not loads in the Championship either. So we'll have to wait and see. Again, it's a name that's been bandied about. We'll have to. If we do get Surridge, we need another. For me, I think we need another, to be honest, over or to accommodate. Then it goes back to the article, as I say, and on the article, we've got Gio Rota. Farke has already said, though, in his interviews, you know, he's already told them Rota as a wide attacker rather than a centre forward, which I like. And the club's manager is keen to add goals to the squad. Okay, that's why I don't understand the Surridge one, because his history tells you don't get goals. We've already got a striker that don't get goals. Stay away from Surridge, please. But again, I might be massively wrong. Then it says, beyond that, it remains to be seen how Farke addresses the number 10 position. Again, Aronson's left. We don't really have anyone in that mould, and the rest of the article's just rounding off with that, because ultimately, maybe that them targets are coming from Europe. Okay. What's clear is Leeds United know the positions they want. They want a goalkeeper. Looks like they want a centre-back. They want a left-back. They want a couple of midfielders, and they want a striker. Okay. We can box off one of the wing positions for Rutter. You can box off the other wing position for whoever stays out of Nonto, Somerville, Harrison. You know, I think these will go, but yeah, Rutter's going to be a mainstay for me. You know, we need a number 10, don't we? We need, you know, Gus Hamer, the other kid that's mentioned. You'll have Forshaw kicking around the place. You've then got Darko JB. You've got Archie Gray. So yeah, you can see the positions they want to fill, and they're going about it the wrong way. The wrong way. You can tell I'm tired. I said I want to sell Adams. We're going about it the wrong way. And Ryan Creswell. Can tell I'm tired. Yeah, forget OJ. I forget, OJ, that we've got Mateo Joseph and co, haven't we? You know, and whenever I've watched Mateo Joseph, and I've been really excited. Someone's tagged me in an article. Just bear me one moment. Yeah, that's this article, bro. Yeah, I forgot about him as Ronan. That's what I've just gone through, bro. They're just an aggregator site, so they just copy what Phil Hayes said, like I've just done there. I'm not digging them out there. I'm just saying they give their spin on it. But yeah, that's the same. We're all expecting deals to start next week. It's going to be done soon. What about Dan James? Yeah, I forgot. Dan James is going to be heavily involved as well. So yeah, we've got Joffy as well. Probably, I think Farke could maybe look at him as a 10 potentially. Listen, it's going to be busy. Unfortunately, I've got work again tomorrow, but I'm going to try do a video lunchtime. I just need to make sure Lockie and Andrea, sorry, my mind fart. Just let me see this. I agree about needing 2 forwards. If you get Big Sam, but you're so wrong about not needing him. Came to Forest in January and did very well. Not good enough for Prem, but very good for Championship. But we need goals, though, Dor. We need goals. That's what we do. That's what we don't have. We have a striker up top that couldn't score in a brothel, really, at the minute. I think his head's gone. Maybe that'll change. I think a lot of the players' heads are gone, but still, we need goals. Because if we can't count on Bamford, which I don't think we can, then you need someone who's gonna come in and score goals. And I just don't think his goal scoring record is amazing. We've had the striker that links up play, bring others in, holds the ball up, presses well. We've had it. I don't want it. I want a killer, like Jamie says. I want a Pookie. I want a Pookie. Because that's what he was. He was a goal machine. That's what we want. We want a goal machine. And go find it. Rutter on one side, James on another, Nonto, whoever it is, you know, is what it is. Richard says, so Darlow, Nat Phillips, Manning, Hamer and Pirro, Joe Rodon would be interesting and would still go back for Charlie Taylor. I don't think we can afford to be making like Charlie Taylor's backups and that. You know what I mean? We have to be, again, realistic. But yeah, Ryan Manning would be good. Listen, smash a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, get your comments in, and of course, hit that notification bell, and we'll see you on the other side. Thanks as always for watching the channel. Be back tomorrow. Myself, Lockie, and Andrea will be doing the scouting report on midfielders. Thanks as always for watching, and I will see you all later.